Good day, pupils. How are you today? Let's start our English lesson. Please take your books and your copybooks and go to page number 65. And today's our new theme is about the ruined house. Сәлеметсіздер ме, балалар? Ағылшын тілі сабағын бастаймыз. Здравствуйте, ребята. Начинаем английский урок. And today's our new theme, vocabulary. Please listen and repeat.
Courageous,
Courageous, battle, храбрый.
determined,
Determined, табанды, полной решимости.
disturbed,
Disturbed, психикалық ақауға шалдыққан, страдающий психические расстройства.
educated,
Educated, білімді, образованный.
selfish,
Selfish, өзімшіл, эгоистичный.
artilleryman,
Artilleryman, артияшылды, артиллериец.
bomb site,
Bomb site, бомболоворна, место, где все здания и постройки были разрушены бомбами.
gentle breeze,
Gentle breeze, самолжиль, нежный бриз.
heart of stone,
Heart of stone, ташрек, каменное сердце.
howl,
Howl, улу, выть.
sly,
Sly, арама, ку, луковый, хитрый. Please write down these new words on your copybooks. Жаңа сөздерді дәптерлеріңізге жазып алыңыздар. Записываем эти новые слова в тетради. And today's our new text is about the ruined house. Please listen carefully to the text. The ruined house. While my brother was trying to get away, I and the curate had hidden in an empty house at Halliford. I was worried for my wife. I imagined her terrified, in danger, and believing I was dead. I walked up and down the rooms of the house and cried out aloud when I thought of all the things that might happen to her. My cousin was brave, but he was not the kind of man who realized danger quickly or acted immediately. What was needed now was not bravery but carefulness. My only hope was to believe that the Martins were on their way to London and away from her. All this worrying made me tired. I got angry with the curate's constant remarks and his selfish hopelessness, so I kept away. The black smoke had crept around the house, surrounding it and making prisoners of us. Then, on Monday morning, a tripod came and washed it all the away with stream. When it was safe, we looked out of the window. I realized that it was time to leave. I immediately started planning our next steps, but the curate was unwilling and had very little energy. He kept repeating the same words. We are safe here, safe here. The fact is that the curate and I had completely different characters and habits of thought and action. The danger and our hiding only emphasizes those differences. He was a child, lacking all calmness and control. I decided to leave him. When he realized I was leaving, he got up to come with me. Everything was quiet all through the afternoon, so we set off towards Sunbury at about 5 o'clock. We walked past dead men and horses, carts and luggage lying upside down, all covered with a thick coat of black dust. We met some people in Twickenham, but they had no news to share. Like us, they were like frightened animals trying to find a safer place. The roads were full of signs of crowds living arrangely. We didn't see any Martins until Kew. There, we saw people running and a tripod taller than the trees and the metallic. less than 100 yards away. We were too scared to go on, but we hid in a shed in a garden. When inside, the Kurd went down onto the ground and wrapped his arms around his knees. He cried silently and refused to move again, but I had made up my mind to reach Nizrel head, so right before it went completely dark, I went on my way again. I left the Kurd behind, but they came hurrying after me. Living like that was the bravest and the silliest thing I ever did, because the Martians were all around us in their deadly machines. When the Kurd reached me, we saw a towering tripod across the meadows chasing 4 or 5 men. In 3 steps of its long legs, the Martin was alone among them. He did not use the heat ray to destroy them. He picked them up one by one, then threw him into the metal container hanging like a workman's basket behind him. That's when I realized that the Martians might have a different plan for us. We stood for a moment, frozen with fear, then turned and ran for our lives. Let's do the tasks. Exercise 8. Read the extract in the show text button and choose the correct answer A, B or C. 8-ші жаттығу. Берілген тексті жақсылап оқып, берілген 3 сұраққа жауап беріңіздер. 8 упражнение. Прочитайте внимательно еще раз текст и ответьте на эти 3 вопроса. Listening task. Exercise 11. Listen to the professor presenting the characters of the narrator and the curate. Use the adjectives from the list to complete the Venn diagram. 11-ші жаттығу. Тыңдалым жаттығуы. Аудионы тыңдай отырып, берілген сөздерді Venn диаграммаға қойып шығыңыздар. Упражнение 11. Слушание. Послушайте аудио и заполните прилагательными данную Venn-диаграмму. Listen please carefully.
There aren't many characters in the War of the Worlds. A great part of the story takes place when the narrator encounters the curate while trying to evade the Martians. They are both in the same situation, powerless against the Martians, worried and scared. However, the characters are very different, and this is shown by the way they deal with the situation. The curate is a religious man who becomes extremely disturbed after the destruction of his church. He feels that he can't do anything, and has lost all hope, which is ironic, since his job involves people going to him to find hope when times are hard. He also behaves in a foolish way, saying that the house is safe when it clearly isn't. Finally, he is selfish, thinking only about himself. He doesn't go with the narrator to help him, but because he doesn't want to be alone. The narrator, on the other hand, is presented as an educated man, a philosopher whose writing is interrupted by the invasion of the Martians. Although he has many close calls with the Martians, he is courageous and thinks of plans that would be useful. He also has a motive, to travel across country and find his wife, who he had left in Leatherhead. This gives him the determination to survive and to escape these awful creatures.
And the homework exercise. Exercise 16. Read the story and test your knowledge. You have to choose the best answer. Үлгі тапсырма. 16-шы жаттығу. Тест жаттығуы. Берілген сұрақтарға A, B немесе C жауабымен жауап беріңіздер. Домашнее задание. 16 упражнение. Тест задания. Ответьте на эти вопросы. Please do all these tasks